Living the life. Morning routine. Okay. Our morning routine goes like this because it usually falls that either my husband or myself is up first. This is usually 5:45. That usually is the start of our day. 6:15, I'm waking up my oldest. 6:30, Nation, that is my special needs son. His name is Nation. And he usually is up at 6:30. He's usually up, and he crawls out of his bed because he cannot walk, he cannot stand, so he has to scoot himself down off, and he army crawls. And I do have some footage so that you guys could see his little scoot. And he comes in and he asks for something to eat. So that's usually what we do. We put him in his chair. He does have a special high chair that he sits in at the table, giving something to eat, cereal. Then following that is he sits there, he eats, getting down, and around, I try to wait till like 7:45, and it's bath time for him. And because I usually bath him, I try to do it every day because sometimes he does get a little messier when he eats dinner, and I end up having to give him a bath every day. But I noticed that his skin does get drier when I do that. So I've maintained like every other day, and if he really gets dirty, I will bathe him that night. But we get the bath ready, and I have to put his bath chair in the tub, and then it's take off his shirt, which I usually only take his arms out because he cannot bend his arm all the way like this to push his arm in there. So I have to end up I do that for him, and I usually take it off to around his neck, and I let him pull it off himself, and he's so happy, he's so pumped every day. It's like brand new to him that he took his shirt off, and we high five, and he's like, I did it, and I'm like, yay. Then it's lay down, he lays down, and his legs are scissored, so at the knees they lock, but at his feet they scissor. One foot is over the other, like he's crossing them, but they're like a pair of scissors. And we take off the pamper because he does still wear a pamper, and he's not able to use the potty. He has a potty, but he's not really able to tell when he has to go. He's not, I don't think that that's his train of thought right now. I think he's so into life right now that he knows when he does go, but he's not even really thinking on them lines of being potty trained right now. He's 6.5. So we get him off the pamper off, and I put him in the tub. Now when I put him in the tub, I usually take his right arm and his right leg and lift him up that way and put him in the tub because he's so heavy. For me, that's the only way I can measure both his weight to get him in there than lifting him up like this, because he's about as tall as I am. When I hold him and his head is up here with mine, his feet go down past my knees, so he's a really tall guy. So I take his right leg and left leg and put him in there. I wash him up, and I have to wash him up, and I have to lift him, so I'm on my knees while I'm washing him up. And to lift him to get his bottom area, because he sits in the chair and he can't lift himself. He has no control over his legs. Well, he does have some control, but the basic standing up, he can't do that. So it's so hard to do this. It's so hard. But I take him in and I lift him up with I put my arm around his arm. So he's sitting in the chair, so I put my arm on his arm, and I lift him up that way, and I ask him to hold on, and he usually grabs where where you turn the shower on. He holds that, and I wash him up. Then I put him back down. Then I rinse him. We shampoo his hair. Then I rinse him off, and the same way I put him in is the same way I take him out. And I lay the towel down before I take him out, and I lift him out, and I put him same way, one arm, one leg, put him down in there, and I dry him off, and I tell him to come in, and he scoots in there. Now I have to put on all his clothes from his socks to his shoes to his pants to his Pampers to lotioning him every day. He cannot do these things for himself. Then from there, it's shoes. He's fully clothed. I have to hold him with him facing me, and then I take and I spread his legs open while he's facing me so that I can put him in his wheelchair, and I tell him to hold on to me, because in his wheelchair he has a little thing to separate his knees, so that's helping him get his knees straightened. So it's there in the middle, so that's why I spread his legs. I tell him to hold on, and I put him in the chair. Then he's got the foot thing, the foot braces, so to keep his foot flat, because his feet are like pivoted, and to keep his foot flat, he has a restraint. So I strap his feet in, I strap his thing, I put his coat on, I strap him down in there. You know what I mean? Then he's off to school. Then when he gets home, it's a normal day. He plays like any other child. He scoots around. You know, he doesn't have homework, but he does learn in school, and that'll be another video. But that's my morning routine. I hope I did it in less than 5 minutes. I've been really trying to get my videos down. But that's my morning routine. Please feel free to ask any questions. Sorry if I was talking fast. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's really a lot. But he teaches me so much. He teaches me so much about how to care about people, how to show love, how to be appreciative of things that, you know what I mean? He loves life. He loves life. He doesn't go around arguing or complaining or whining. And he can't walk. He can't do things for himself. But he does not care. And he just wants to live and be happy. And I think everybody should take something from kids that are special like that, because God leaves them here for a reason, to show love, to show us, to really show us. And he shows me every day. That child shows me every day how strong I am, just by him and his strength. But that's my morning routine.